Welcome to Geektionary. My name's Corey Hales, and this is the geekiest podcast you'll probably ever hear, where I will try to teach you, along with my friends, about the nerdier things in life. Let's talk about it. Today, this is, let's actually introduce. Yes, this is Geektionary, letter Y. I'm here with a couple of people this time, as opposed to just one guest. I'm here with Joe for at least a while.
All right.
Rich.
Hello.
And Chelsea, though she might not be contributing much.
Hello.
Because she claims that she doesn't know enough to discuss something that she has grown up with, just like everyone else.
But see, that's the thing, I didn't. I was banned video games when I was a child. There was no video games in my house.
When did you start playing?
The only time I played Mario was when I went to my grandfather's house, and that was if my parents weren't there.
Okay.
So, maybe once every year for an hour.
That's enough.
And that's all I ever played was Super Nintendo Mario.
Okay.
The first version.
Yeah.
So I didn't know the rest of
the
them
first
existed.
one that comes with Duck Hunt, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Yoshi
that
didn't
one's
come
awesome.
with that. So
Yeah.
I didn't know
Actually,
who Yoshi was
no,
till
Yoshi
I
didn't
got
come
older.
out.
Fun fact
Yeah.
was the guy that started Nintendo, he actually wanted Mario from the beginning to have a dinosaur companion.
Yeah,
But because
yeah.
of the limitations of the actual NES console, it couldn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's funny that he brings him in, later games as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
so, we're talking about Yoshi. And so, it's, Yoshi is a fictional dinosaur and sometimes called a dragon.
Yes.
I don't know what he would be. Probably.
Green Dragon.
One of the two.
Yeah, he shoots fire sometimes. His debut was Super Mario World in 1990. So I was 5. And you guys were younger.
I was 3!
Yeah?
Yeah.
How old were you, Rich?
Same.
Same?
Mm.
Joe?
I think about 5.
Yeah?
Something like that.
When were you born?
You were not
88.
5.
You were 5!
Fuck off, 1990? I was 3,
1990.
you were 2.
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Fuck.
Oh, I thought you asked.
My
when did you
sister
play it?
was born in 1990. I was 5.
Like,
Who said it? We're back in time.
Jesus.
In reality.
SNES.
Okay, so
Yes.
back to reality.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't even. Wait, you said 1990. I was 2.
Yeah.
Very weird way for
There you
them
go.
to bring in Yoshi, though, because it was kind of like, hi, I'm Yoshi. Bowser has stolen my friend's eggs. Please help me find them. And it was kind of like, all of a sudden, in Super Mario World, it was just like, you find this random green dinosaur. It's like, jump on my back. And
Is
then
that
you
what-
find out, yeah, that's basically what happens. Is in the first, you do 2 levels, and then you
Yeah.
find the yellow block, and then you go to the next level, and then Yoshi's there. And if you hit the little block and you pop Yoshi out, and he comes up and he goes, hi, my name is Yoshi, and Bowser has stolen, or my kinsmen are hidden around the world. Can you help me? And then you have to go and find Princess.
Yeah.
But then the same time, you're supposed to be trying to find the eggs at the castles.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why every time you find it and you see that thank you, and then at the very end when you're all
Yeah,
done,
the little bouncing egg.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yoshi's back there, and then he's got his other brothers and all the other ones that are like different Yoshi colors,
Mhm.
the red and the blue and the yellow, and then all the eggs hatch and everybody's partying and they're all
Mm-hmm.
happy, and it's like it's kind of a very weird way for them just kind of like bring Yoshi in all of a sudden.
But he added an interesting kind of little extra bit. Cause
yeah,
it's usually 2 hits and you're dead if you don't have any power ups. Then this would be 3 hits and you're dead. And then he can eat shit. He can eat animals.
and you can jump back
Anyways.
on him if he gets knocked off.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
fall in a pit.
Stupid fucking bastard.
I love how in Super Mario World the different color Yoshis have different attributes,
Mhm.
but if you play any of the other Yoshi games, it has no effect really.
yeah. It's just you're on a yellow Yoshi.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's he's kind of a glorified item in a way.
Yeah,
He's they describe him as being a sidekick, but I always saw Luigi as the sidekick because he's always shit upon by Nintendo.
really, Yoshi's just a bitch because really he just gets donkey punched in the back of the head. And if you actually watch when he's going to eat, Mario actually like sits there and like punches him in the back of the head, and Yoshi's like, "Huh?"
He's a dinosaur though. They're tough. They can stick.
I know, but you'd think you'd be able to train him better if you like tap him.
You know what? He always has a smile.
If he's able to talk to you and say, "Help my kinsman," I'm pretty sure you'd be able to talk to him and say, "Could you eat that for me?" Instead of punching him in the back of the head.
And one thing too is
that's
that...
Italian for you, man.
Alright.
Racism.
I'm Italian.
No, you're not.
No, I'm mostly Italian.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
Mostly. And my nose, is the only feature that shows that I'm Italian. Yeah, it's the thing is that the Yoshis already had the saddles on them.
Yeah.
Before Mario and Luigi showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of
They're indentured servants.
Yeah, they were born to be... Yeah, it's not pleasant.
It's kind of like a mix between a horse.
But that's also like, we were playing the
Canoe.
game earlier today, and there were dolphins with goggles on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Like, what?
It's a weird fucking world. It's
What was your excuse? Is because, they didn't want to get salt water in their eyes.
Yeah, they have a symbiotic relationship with their environment,
Yeah.
which is a stupid fucking idea.
Or maybe Mario spits on them, so they keep goggles on, so they don't have to worry about, getting out of their eyes.
Or maybe they have an organ in their eye that converts salt water into fresh water.
Yeah, just like penguins.
The other unique thing about Yoshi is if he eats enough of certain berries, he shits out eggs.
It's not just eggs like it used to be. In some games, you can eat and then choose to swallow.
Yeah.
And then you have an egg, which in the one where you're carrying the baby, you have the trail of eggs.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island.
Which that's also another strange evolutionary thing.
Yeah.
And same with he can create an egg around himself in one game. I don't know which one. And then
Super Smash Bros.
Yes.
Yeah, and then roll it around.
I think that's more of just them. Oh, let's have a shield. Let's stick with the Yoshi
yeah.
theme.
Because why would Mario be able to make a sudden force field for no reason?
Yeah,
because he's Mario. He does. So does every other character. So it doesn't make sense.
I kind of
and he's the only one that has a specialized model for his shield in that game.
I just thought of something. That makes me think that Yoshi wasn't supposed to be in Super Smash Brothers. Everyone else is given a shield, told to fight. Yoshi shows up. He's not given shit. And then it's just...
and yet he's one of the best characters to play on there.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, he's ridiculous.
You've got mail.
I got fucking text messages. Fucking check.
My favorite thing about the Super Mario Bros. is just the sound that Yoshi makes when he jumps and you're trying to make him...
It does the fucking...
It sounds like he's constipated. It's like...
they call it the flutter jump.
Yeah.
Which, again, you jump in the air and kick your feet really fast.
Yeah.
You don't just hover, you gain altitude.
And then he what's the atomic smash or whatever that does in the air.
Ground pound.
Yeah.
Did you ever play?
He makes when he eats things.
Did you ever play Yoshi's Story?
No.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
64. Oh, it was fantastic. It was probably one of the games where they were starting to experiment with just 2D. It was a 2D platform game, but it was 3D shaded, and it was actually really freaking awesome. Yeah, it's been so long since I've actually played.
You just have kind of vague memories of it.
Vague memories of it. I remember it being incredibly fun and incredibly challenging and rewarding.
Yeah.
In a very childlike way, I want to say, because it's obviously, they can't have...
I haven't played all of the Mii version of it, but whatever happened to Yoshi? Because I don't think he's in the Mii Super Marios.
The Wii Super Mario's?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's in the one where Mario's running around cleaning up.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Sunshine.
Yeah.
He's in Mario Galaxy.
Is he in Galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think he might be on
I think he may have cameos in it, but I don't think you actually play as Yoshi. Ever since Yoshi's Island, I don't think there's been a game released where you actually play as Yoshi or with Yoshi in a game.
Well, in the Sunshine one, he does spit juice, which cleans up and damages enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enemas.
Yeah.
But I think that one came out before...
Was that the Wii or was that the 64?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I can't remember now.
Yeah.
What about Paper Mario? There's nothing in Paper Mario?
There must be.
I'm not sure. There's got to be, because the thing is, later on, that I found some ratings about where Yoshi stands, and I'll just go to those now. The reception. There we go. Yeah, he's number 1 on What Culture's list of 20 top video game sidekicks of all time.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yoshi.
Though not surprising, really.
No.
Yeah,
I
Cheat,
mean-
Cheat Code Central has him as number 3.
He's an endearing character.
Screw Attack has him number 2 in top 10 Mario characters. Like,
Oh, wow.
obviously Mario has to be first,
Yeah.
but he beat Luigi,
Yeah.
who's the exact same guy.
Just green.
yeah.
I'm a bit taller.
Yeah.
It's funny that Luigi's just gotten shit on completely.
Yeah. And the thing is, he gets his own game. Go to the haunted house, you fucker.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the haunted
Well,
house.
it's always seemed like a weird game too, because you got like Mario's trying to save the princess, and he brings his buddy Luigi along, who's obviously not getting any action out of
Yeah.
it. He's just trying to be a nice guy.
He's with Princess Daisy.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
bring Daisy in later on, and it's like, yeah, well, Luigi needs to have his own princess, so
Yeah.
we'll make it princess.
This is funny. GameSpy ranked Yoshi as the 7th best video game sidekick, listing him over Luigi by reasoning only Yoshi can pull off being green and still be cool. But yeah, the thing is, the fucking Guinness, the Book of World Records, they include Yoshi among their list of top 50 video game characters of all time, being the 2nd highest ranked Mario character, with Mario being the 1st.
Wow.
Again,
Wow.
Yoshi, the thing is, I've always liked Yoshi. I remember when I first saw him, and I thought he was awesome because dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
What
think
kid doesn't enjoy it?
exactly, and I think that's the reason why he's so beloved. Like he's cute and he's entertaining, but I think it mostly falls down to the fact that he's a dinosaur that you can ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's like, I think if you were to go back and ask everybody, why do you like Yoshi so much? I don't think anybody would be able to give you a straight answer. To be like, yeah, when I was a kid, like you're saying, like, yeah, it's fun to ride it, but I think it's like that whole encompassing thing where it's
Yeah.
like, because I sit kind of like, when you're sitting there, I'm kind of like going back as a kid, like, why do I like Yoshi so much? I'm like, I really don't know, because I played him in Super Mario, and then I started playing Yoshi games after that, and just loved Yoshi from that point on. It just kind of happened.
To me, I think Yoshi is kind of a parallel between what we associate with dogs. Because a dog
Yeah,
is more
maybe.
like a companion, and a Yoshi, you know...
He's not quite a character when you first meet him, and in most games he's not like a Mario or Luigi level character. But
Yeah.
he is like a pet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that's why so many people can kind of relate to Yoshi, is because of that whole...
Yeah.
Just this friendly, loyal,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
He has a stupidly large amount of abilities. Not as much as Mario, but for what is basically a glorified item that can do so much things, it's kind of intense. He has the prehensile tongue. Obviously, we mentioned the eggs, the quick digestion. That's a weird digestion thing, because that's not how babies are made in any animal.
No.
You don't eat a lot and then poop out a baby.
Yeah, but he doesn't poop out babies.
I know he poops out
items.
eggs. He poops out eggs.
Eggs
Yeah.
which hatch into
And-
1-ups.
Or items. You can get like what is it? You can depending on what order you eat the certain berries in Super Mario World.
Oh.
You can get like you can get a super mushroom. You can get a fire plant. It just depends on how what order
nice.
you eat the. It's that one off-colored berry, depending on how you eat it. And that's the other thing. Is like the weird combinations with the berries. If he eats a certain number of berries, he shits out a cloud that drops coins, and if you collect all the coins, you get a 1-up.
Jesus.
It's like you're talking about the Mario world just being so random as it is, like and not random as missing from video games. It's like
Yeah.
a dinosaur that shits out a floating cloud that shoots coins.
Yeah.
It's just it all seems so random.
That kind of made me think, though, like, okay, you remember in the Super Mario Brothers movie, it was all about, for some reason, evolution and de-evolution.
Yeah.
And Yoshi's referred to as being a form of de-evolved person.
Yeah.
Because he's a 3-foot-tall raptor-looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just found some interesting stuff about him. Because you guys, if anyone's seen Jurassic Park, and by this point, who hasn't?
Yeah.
That's what Yoshi looked like, just small and not deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also encompass the same sort of companion.
Yeah, he
character.
looked friendly. Like, the
Yeah.
raptors looked like lizards. They looked cold and emotionless, and if ever, they looked mean.
They kind of gave Yoshi in that film like a bigger, like
Maybe bigger
front
eyes.
light, bigger eyes or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
Because that's a thing that people respond to. That's why when you look at the front of a car, everyone kind of sees a face.
Yes.
It's just, and if you see
We
a
like seeing faces and things.
yeah, it's a reason why the VW Bug was so popular, because it has a little smile. Yeah. But with the animatronic dinosaur that they used, just to prove how shitty that movie was, okay, remember it's 3 feet tall, had nearly 200 feet of cable, hundreds of moving parts, and was controlled by 9 puppeteers.
Wow.
And these are professional puppeteers who described the overall process, because the body was cable controlled, heads radio controlled. The process was described by these professionals as being quite difficult. So,
All for a Yoshi that didn't do anything in the
no,
movies.
he looked cute. It's like,
And-
is it Daisy is the name of the princess in that, isn't it?
I think
Because no
so.
one's named Peach these days. even
No,
back then.
yeah, they name her something different. It's not. They're not getting Princess Peach. It's somebody
No.
else that they're rescuing.
But
No.
she, I think, at one point is like, "Oh, you're a nice little guy," and that's his point. He's
Well,
Yeah.
what ticks me off about the movie is that really the only Mario thing that actually was in it was the
bomb,
bomb.
which I love.
Yeah, that part was like the best part of the whole movie because everybody's like, "Oh, hey, look, they actually put in a Super Mario thing." There was no invisible stars. There was no super mushrooms. There was no one-up
Fireflowers.
mushrooms. There's no fireflies.
There
There's
were
nothing
they
in it.
refer. I think they mention Bullet Bill, but like
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they had like
Didn't they
the
make him a character?
Koopas.
Bullet Bill,
Yeah.
maybe
They made
had.
Koopas.
It sounds like something that movie would have done.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Koopas and the Koopa Troopas and the Goombas look the same.
Yeah,
They were different, very slightly.
but like the Goombas didn't even look anything like a Goomba. Like that was
Yeah.
like at least the TV show was like a carryover of everything that happened.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah,
Oh god.
Swing your arms from side to side.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Load it
Jesus.
up on YouTube so that our listeners can.
No,
hear the theme.
just go on YouTube and find it yourself. I might put a link in the description.
yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
yeah, I did.
Oh god, it's been so long since I've seen.
Oh, jeez. It's if you see a clip of the show, you just wonder why it was ever popular, and it was amazing. I loved that
yes.
show. Didn't know what was going on, but then they'd have the cartoons. Now
And remember the cereals? They used to have cereals for the show, so you
Yeah.
could like go and buy like the Super Mario cereal and sit down and watch Super Mario in the morning.
yeah.
Back in the day when they knew how to market things.
Oh my! They I don't know if they so much knew how to market things, more as they just sold the shit out of everything.
Well, and I think
It's
for
just
certain
like,
things,
oh,
like,
is
they
this
had a
kind of-
better eye for it. Like, you look at, like,
Yeah.
Mattel now, they lost so much money off the Cars movies because they were expecting kids to go gog over the new toys for all the movies, and they didn't even sell half of what they were expecting to.
Oh no.
And yet, you look at, like, back in the days, like, when Mario was out and that, when all these, like you're saying, like, the cereal, it was popular enough to make a cereal of it.
Yeah. Going on with Yoshi's powers, though. Obviously, talented, and there's the different colors. They come in green, red, blue, yellow, cyan, pink, purple, black, white, orange, and brown.
Yeah.
I don't remember a black Yoshi at any point.
That was in Yoshi's story. He was a
Okay.
hidden character in
Alright.
Yoshi's story. I forget if there was actually any sort of significance of having a black Yoshi. I think it's, I don't know, like you can throw farther or jump higher or something like that. I don't know.
It sounds like you're implying something, Joe.
No, no. Why not at all?
We mentioned, I think, red Yoshi's breathing fire.
Any shell that he picks up, he shoots out fire.
Yeah, blue Yoshis have wings when they have the turtle.
Shell, yeah.
Yellow Yoshis. Yeah. Produce damaging dust clouds when they land.
Yeah, which were
Which-
pretty much useless.
Yeah, they.
Like, it was a neat idea, but it wasn't.
It
would
could
be
save
better
you
for-
occasionally.
Yeah, if you were careful.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, it's like, why would I bother pounding on the ground when I could just jump on him and kill him? Like
Yeah.
Yoshi.
It's to me. It seems more like just it expands your landing. For
Yeah.
what you could. Yeah. It's,
So it gives you,
And
like,
I
a
find
few seconds.
The blue one is the most useful. Like,
you
hands
can
down.
burn through levels with that
Yeah.
if you're just trying to beat the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
then that's the
I
best.
find the green one's very versatile since it depends on which shells.
Well, and he's always there, right?
And
Like,
he's
if you
always
lose
there.
a Yoshi, pretty much almost every yellow or every level has a Yoshi in it.
Yeah,
that you can
yeah.
get.
Just I should mention in case anyone's wondering why Chelsea has gone quiet. She left a little while ago. I thought she was going to be coming back. But
Yeah, she might be in the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, anyways.
Here's a neat cameo I just found. Apparently in the Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, which I think is, I'm not sure if that's for like a
I think it's for
portable
the.
system
I think it's for the Wii.
for the Wii.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, anyways, apparently there's an area in Octagon's office like a small doll, and when you shoot it, it'll actually play a sound clip of a Yoshi.
Same.
No,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Another one I just found too.
It's for the
was
GameCube.
GameCube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good system.
Another one I found too is in the Simpsons game as well. I believe there's like this museum that you go through, and there's actually like a skeleton of Yoshi. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And if you go up to it with Bart, and I think there's maybe like a switch you have to hit,
Yeah.
his tongue will actually extend for a short amount of time.
That's kind of
cool.
cool.
Yeah. So it's neat how Yoshi has expanded and just, how other companies have picked up just on cameos for that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's one of the, there's some, I want to say mascots, but they're not really mascots. They're just pop culture characters. Who have transcended like nations and stuff. Like anyone seeing Mario's just the M and the red hat, they immediately know. And Yoshi's symbol being the egg, when people see little white egg with green spots on it, they know it's Yoshi most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not as big as say like McDonald's, Ronald McDonald,
No.
or Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a very popular pop
I don't know,
culture
you
figure.
know, there's enough people in the world, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Yoshi.
Brazil made a big statue of that guy for some reason, you know? I don't get it.
You know what we need to do? We need to make a big statue of Yoshi and put it up on Nose Hill.
Yeah.
Or up on the ski hill to overlook the city of Calgary. Just giant Yoshi, like the...
I just thought my stupid joke about Jesus being a pop culture figure. There are Jesus video games.
Yes.
And they are devastating to anyone that plays them because they're terrible. But I just thought of like just the stupid thing. What if Brazil built the statue not because they like Jesus? They're just like, that video game was fucking awesome. Which clearly isn't what happened.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't it like the only video game that was like for Super Nintendo that was not produced by Nintendo? It was produced by like some Christian video gaming company.
Yeah, it was
and
Noah.
in order to play the game,
Yeah.
you had to actually have another cartridge on top of it because the cartridges in
Was
Super
this
Nintendo...
Bible Adventures?
Something
So,
like that, yeah.
Super Bible Adventure.
Yeah.
something
Yes,
like that.
yes, that's
and
the
there were
yeah.
like little mini games,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they
and
were
they-
all bad.
And they were all copies of like other games. Like one of them was like an exact ripoff of like Mario from like one of the Mario games. It was like, yeah, this is totally not the same.
Yeah.
Yoshi could also, not even going to bother with a segue. Yoshi could also eat fruit to gain super speed. Apparently, that's in Galaxy 2, Super Mario Galaxy
cool.
2. Super speed, inflate like a balloon, or produce a platform-enabling glow. And in Sunshine, he could spit fruit juice, which was the one where if he ate a melon, he could shoot out the seeds.
Yes.
That's the one with Baby Mario, right?
That's the one with Baby Mario,
Yeah.
and I believe that's in Yoshi's story as well.
Yeah, okay.
You can actually aim it.
Oh, yeah.
He shoots out
Oh,
seeds.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never played
And
it.
different
Oh,
melons.
it's a great game.
Different melons you take let you spit out certain, like, if you get a red melon, you can spit out fire for a certain amount of time. And,
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool.
yeah. So they're
So it
kind
sounds
of like
an
the shells.
extension on the shells.
Yeah, they're kind
Yeah.
of like the shells, but just modified for Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, like, Rich earlier mentioned about how in the first appearance of Yoshi, he shows up and says, like, hey, can you guys help me? Like, he's talking. But in every other game since, the way they describe it, his vocals consist of high-pitched, babyish squeals backed with numerous unintelligible words and his own name, as well as the game's company, Nintendo, which, like... So, he was able to tell them, hey, can you help me? My race is dying. And then just completely forgot.
How to say anything else from that point except for...
Being punched in the back of the head.
Yes!
Mario took away Yoshi's speech capability. That bastard.
So much brain damage that Yoshi just eventually just started speaking gobbledygook. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey guys, how's it going?
That's horrible.
It really is.
Um,
But this isn't a video game.
yeah,
And remember,
this is a child-friendly video.
and
game.
remember, kids copy what they see in video games. So they see you punching somebody in the back of the head, they're gonna want to try it.
That's where donkey punching came from.
Yep.
Mario enthusiasts having sex, punching women in the back of the head.
So any moms that happen to listen, if there are any moms and are complaining about violence in video games,
don't buy Call of Duty.
I'm 25. I was a kid. I played Super Mario.
And you punched someone?
I didn't get older and want to donkey punch.
It sounds
somebody.
very much like you're saying.
No, I was getting to the point where I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't want to donkey punch somebody. I didn't want to run out and pick up a random flower that would make me light on fire and spit seeds or something. I was like,
That's not what
come
I
on.
heard.
No, you just spilled poo all over your room.
Chelsea's back.
Yay!
Yay!
With a joke about Rich's childhood, which cuts him to the bone. Oh geez, okay. This is looking at some of the games that came out. You mentioned obviously Yoshi's Island. There was Yoshi's Safari, which had the bazooka scopes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Which no one liked.
No.
Did you ever play it?
Yoshi's Story? No, I always wanted to. It looked amazing,
It was.
but I heard it
But
was.
no one, why was it bad? What were they saying?
I'm talking about not so much the game. I'm talking about the bazooka.
Oh,
thing.
just the actual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently, that thing took 6 batteries.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it would
stupid.
drain in 2 hours.
Yeah. This is the most interesting name though of any of the games. It's called Yoshi's Universal Gravitation for the Game Boy Advance. Which
Wow.
I have not heard of that one.
one game I fucking loved, which also had Yoshi's name, was Yoshi's Cookie. Did you ever
Yes.
play that?
I played.
I
I love
love-
Yoshi's Cookie.
Oh god, it was amazing.
Thank you for reminding me of the game. I
What was
lost
it
it.
about?
Yeah.
Basically, it was like tic-tac-toe, but with cookies.
You would make there'd be cookies coming from the right side and the top side. Just a row of cookies. They'd come together. You'd be able to move around the order of the cookies and trying to make lines.
Oh.
The lines would clear, and it was kind of like Tetris.
Yeah, it's kind of like it was. If I were to take two games, I'd say it's a mix between a Rubik's Cube, Tetris, and let's say 3 games, and maybe throw in maybe just a little bit of tic-tac-toe too, like that. Because if they're on an angle, and you could sit there and rotate them and spin them in certain directions, and then it was like
Almost
Yoshi.
like Bejeweled.
Yeah, and then you'd occasionally get like.
Yeah.
You could play like battle modes against somebody else, so like 2 people could play it, and you could screw each other up by like covering the screen so that they couldn't see what there was going on.
Yeah, you'd move the entire row though. You couldn't just like pick and move and stuff like in most match 3 games that you play these days.
Interesting.
And what's really interesting, it kind of just dawned on me, as far as timelines go, because you see Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and yet he's transporting Baby Mario.
It's a prequel.
Which would imply, a prequel and sort of, in the time frame. And so when the first game comes out, the first Super Mario Bros., he's not even mentioned in the game at all. And
Because fuck that guy.
yeah, fuck that guy.
He
Maybe
protected
he was
me
on
as a
vacation.
child. Huh?
Maybe he was on vacation.
He could.
Let's trap him
Maybe
in a
he
box.
moved. Maybe
Well,
Mario
remember
had
though,
kept him
they
together.
didn't meet him, but here's the thing though, they didn't meet him until Super Mario. Because he
Yeah.
didn't ask them for help until Super Mario. So really, we can look at it from the... I guess it does make a lot of sense. Like, how would he know him as a baby? But isn't it that he doesn't get him as a baby that they got turned into babies? Isn't it magic
No.
that turns them into babies?
Yeah, because of Kamek.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought that it was like something happened and they got turned into babies, and that's why Yoshi had to save them.
Because it even doesn't even make sense, because at the end of Yoshi's Island 2, it doesn't wrap that up, and at the end of it, he's still a baby.
No, it's not. Mario and Luigi are babies. They weren't turned into babies. The thing is, this just made me think of something. Okay, Mario and Luigi are Italian plumbers.
Supposedly, yes.
No, they are.
They
That
are,
is
supposedly.
canon. They are plumbers and they are Italian. They have the overalls to prove it and the mustaches.
Yeah.
So
It's a me.
And yeah, they
this means the Mushroom Kingdom is either on Earth or Mario and Luigi went there just like in the stupid movie.
Mhm.
But the thing is, they were babies there already. There is no Italy in the Mushroom Kingdom. If there is, you'd think they'd have gone there at least once in a game.
Unless Italy is the Mushroom Kingdom.
Could be like an Alice in Wonderland.
Or we could just be going too in depth, and Nintendo
Yeah.
just wasn't
No, but
paying
the
attention and didn't kind of
It
go.
could be an
This
Alice in
really
Wonderland
makes sense to
version of
people.
Italy, though.
Really, he
That's
could just
what
say,
the
"Fuck
Mushroom
it."
Kingdom is.
Mm-hmm.
Is what, sorry?
It could be the Mushroom Kingdom is like the Alice in Wonderland version of England.
Could be.
They've gone through the rabbit hole, and they're Italian plumbers, but they're in a different.
Well, I remember in the cartoon that they lived in the real world, but they had like a portal that allowed them to go to
Yes.
The one that they had on my
Yes.
TV.
Which would make,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah.
But then again, like we're saying, if they were babies before, how the hell did they get to the realm? And like it there's
Yeah,
some
it's-
looseness in the
see,
storylines.
Like we were talking before we started recording, we were talking about one thing that's missing in so many games is just a fun, good, simple game that has almost no plot.
And breaks all the rules of
Look at
like,
Angry
actual
Birds.
logic
Why
and
did
stuff.
Angry Birds get so fast? Because it's a fast, fun, easy game with no storyline.
But
or
the thing is,
dialogue.
it
And
wasn't
it's
an
free.
original idea. That type
No.
of game had been around for at least a decade.
Yeah, but it goes to prove that you don't need these massive games like Call of Duty and stuff that have to have a massive plot story or Far Cry.
I will
or
also
Skyrim.
say though, regarding Angry Birds, I consider Angry Birds barely a game because it is so simple, but there is no with Mario, there is like rescue the princess.
Yeah,
Angry Birds, it's birds against pigs, and
It's
throwing.
just
That's
beat the
constantly
levels.
what
Beat
it
the
is.
levels.
it's
Yeah.
just beat the levels. Whereas in Mario, you feel like even though
you
like,
have to beat
there's,
the levels.
there's next to no plot, you feel like you're accomplishing something.
Yeah.
You feel like yes, this is more story that's not being told.
Well, then by the
Face it.
end, you get to fight a big boss.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
You can fight mini bosses along the way, and then at the end, you finally beat the big guy, and there's a big celebration, and you get the princess. And, yeah, I could see that. Whereas, like in Angry Birds, you don't really get that. In the
That's
end.
because
Angry
like
Birds
Yeah.
is more
they're-
about going to the next level and saying, okay, what is this one gonna look like?
Yeah.
It's
That
about the
and-
discovery, whereas Mario
that, and I think
is more
like
story.
if we're getting into that, we're kind of comparing two different sports because Mario is a platformer
Mhm.
through and
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Whereas Angry Birds, it's literally like it's like playing Jenga with birds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
it's
it is.
bash
It's like
to bash that because of
But-
most people's preference
yeah,
for
okay.
a platformer.
You make a good point. It's
So-
just
But don't get me wrong, I prefer the
Mm-hmm.
platforming because, like what you said, Richard, you feel like you've actually accomplished more by completing complicated levels that change each time, as opposed
Yeah.
to just, sliding
Like-
your finger.
Like
flicking
it seems like
yeah.
today, video games and stuff like the one game that I got on my phone, Defender 2.
Mhm.
I'm now on level 110, and I
Jesus
can't beat
Christ.
it. There's no way I'm going to get through this level. I would probably have to play this level 100 times over to
Mhm.
power myself up, or I could go online and spend $5 to buy the upgrades for it because it's
Which-
one of those games, and that's kind of like, I find ruin games a bit because they want like. At the same
Yeah.
time, I want to buy the downloadable content sometimes, but at the same time, you're like, but why should I have to give you money so I can finish the game?
I recently
But the point
downloaded.
of the free games, though, is that if you're
To
buying a
entice
platform
people
game,
to buy
Yeah.
you're paying
stuff.
for it. You're not paying for Defender 2.
No, but
Yeah.
at the
They're
same
trying
time,
to get you to spend money.
I'm looking at it as if I'm getting a game. The definition of a game is that it has a clear objective for you to accomplish to defeat the whatever it is. So
And you'd
you-
also assume the game would be complete.
yeah, and that there'd be a way for you to finish or to beat it without
But
spending
I have
that
this
money.
game
on it,
too
you know?
as well, and you can. You just have to play it quite a bit.
But that's what I
But
mean.
the
Is
thing
it's
like,
is-
redundant,
Mhm.
yeah,
but you can still do it.
Like
But
I
they-
recently downloaded a Ghostbusters game.
yeah.
I think it was 99 cents on the App Store, right? It's fairly fun, but the thing is, I've gotten to level fucking 5 and I can't beat it because I need to either get $60,000 to be able to research something, which may or may not help me at all. I can't get any more. I have a crew of 3 dudes, and I can't get any more unless I get 50 of the special super dollars,
Yeah.
as every fucking game like this has, which you can't get unless you
Bye.
beat level 5.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of these companies have adopted kind of what Facebook apps have done.
Well, that's what they are. Is that basically
Yeah.
all your games on your phone, on smartphone, are just
Demos.
Facebook games.
They're long demos.
Yeah, and you can now
Yeah.
connect them. Like, and now Facebook games, you can get them on your phones and stuff, and everything is interconnected now. Like, it's all sharing. It's like whatever. Like, this is what we're kind of like getting off topic, but whatever
Yeah.
happened to these simple small games where you just get a little plumber, you jump on a Yoshi. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
But you have a blast doing it, and it's fun smashing the hell out of those
Yeah,
turtles.
like there's next to no text, like the Super Mario World, the one for the SNES that we were playing earlier today. There's next to no text. We only get text and any idea of what's happening in the story and what the names of places are by the names of the levels and when you beat a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's basically just like go to the right, It's just go to the right, jump on things.
I guess it shows you the enduring quality of these games, though, because people are still playing them, and there's a demand to have old systems back.
Yeah.
People are making tons of money. Running companies where they bought up all these parts when they were starting to go out of fashion because they were coming out with Xbox and the PS.
Yeah.
And now everyone's going back to them again.
Yeah.
Well, you look at all of these new games that are coming out too, like Black Ops and stuff. Like
they're all the
nobody's
same.
playing them anymore either.
Oh no,
and
they
all the same.
they sell like.
Oh, they do,
hotcakes.
but like we were in online yesterday. There was 300,000 people playing Black Ops. That was it. On a normal day, back when it first came out,
like
there'd be 4 million people playing.
The thing
at
is,
one time.
also that 300,000 is not a small amount of number, and the thing
No.
is that like if you have like
Still
4 million is ridiculous. That
Yeah.
But that doesn't count the number of people, too, that might be just playing it through campaign mode themselves.
Yeah,
They're not
that's
online.
fair. Yeah.
And these are people that will always be playing Call of Duty.
And that's
Yeah,
just
like-
on PlayStation. You also have to take into effect, the Xbox servers, the PC.
No, I know
servers.
that, but what I'm saying is like it's a pretty hard, sharp contrast when you're going from like 4 million people playing almost all the time, and then almost 2 months later, you basically have lost 4 million people.
But that's still like hundreds of thousands of people regularly playing
Oh,
this
yeah,
game.
but
and
like-
always
You're also
buying the
looking at
But
deal.
the
you
time
compare it to,
period.
like, a game like-
January is the worst month for people to be doing stuff at home on their own time, because most people are working extra shifts to cover off their Christmas.
But if you
Yeah.
compare it to a game like World of Warcraft, where they've got like how many people worldwide that
Is
play
it 10
constantly?
million now? I lost count ages
It's
ago.
even more than that, I think. But they've almost got something constantly like 5 million people online at all times,
Oh,
constantly
wow.
playing that game. Because, and that's just worldwide. That's in North America. By the time we go to bed, they're waking up over in Europe and Asia and stuff. They're playing it all day, and like that's what I mean. Is like when you look at the games nowadays, people don't play them for as long. They get bored so quickly because like
Attention spans are shit.
Yes, and it's the same freaking games. There's no originality
It's almost
anymore.
like developers have, instead of reinventing the wheel as far as gameplay and stuff goes, it's almost like they focus more on theming as opposed to actual,
Are we fighting terrorists or zombies?
pretty
That's
much.
the choice.
Yeah.
But
Terrorist zombies or aliens.
They've been
This-
making so much money at it. I mean, you'd keep doing it. If you're
And
gonna make money.
people like what they know
Yeah.
already.
oh yeah, like
They-
it's
they
comfortable.
totally like what
It's
they know.
comfortable. It's like a nice warm blanket.
Well, like look at the new Halo 4, and I know we've gone completely off topic.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Yoshi.
After this, let's get back to Yoshi.
But with Halo 4 as well, like they've adopted the Call of Duty thing with the kill streaks and the care packages, and it's it's funny how these icons sort of like evolve basically to meet a market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
It's like okay with Yoshi. Let's think of some of these.
And I'm trying to think of ways on how I can relate my point to what Yoshi did.
Okay, let's say. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like
I've no fucking
it's like
idea.
when you get a theme, you can attach that theme and replicate it so many times because people recognize it.
always
It's like branding in a way.
Yeah.
Like you look at Yoshi and you look at the other games that he's been in. Like, have you ever heard of Tetris Attack?
I've heard of it.
It's all Yoshi.
Yeah.
But it's just it's branded with Yoshi, but the game itself has nothing to do with Yoshi at all. It's basically like Tetris, except you're switching two pieces around at any given point to make lines and stuff.
So, yeah, I think I've.
It's
I think
really
I've played
fun
that.
and really addictive.
Yeah.
But they've used Yoshi as more of as a branding tool because it's what people
want.
already know, and they're used to that idea already.
Yeah. With Yoshi, there's no real way to segue it because the games of yesterday and the games of today and tomorrow are so like it
They're
has
night and
changed
day.
so fucking much.
They're night and day.
I do like the 3D platformers though. I do enjoy that, except for Mirror's Edge, which was a great idea, which could have been done a lot better. But in any game that Yoshi is in, so basically Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Kart, all these things, he's always one of the faster dudes. He can always move quicker, which him and Princess Peach.
Yeah.
I love Peach.
Yeah, that is okay. Why those two?
Peach, I have no idea.
Because like Mario and Luigi are always the average.
She can fly
when
Mario's asleep. Super
See,
Mario
I did
2.
not know that.
Yeah. Super Mario
If she can
2's all the
fly, why
dream.
does she get so much captured by Bowser all the time?
I
think she lets him.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. There's so many
She's secretly
good
a
articles.
masochist and likes being kidnapped.
Well, the thing is she
Maybe
being
Bowser's
kidnapped?
actually Luigi dressed up in a big Bowser costume.
Is Princess being kidnapped or is she fleeing Mario? Because he's always running around on adventures doing who gives a shit.
Yeah.
Bowser's just like, no, I fucking want you, please. I love you so much. Don't leave.
She realizes how obsessive she is, and she phones up Mary. I need
Don't
your
leave
help.
me here with this crazy ass
It's
plumber.
such a fucked up relationship. And then it's just like, okay, you've beaten my ass again. Take your goddamn princess back.
By the
What,
way,
what golf?
Yeah.
Let's have a round of golf.
Hey, I got those go-karts going again. We could go out there
Yeah,
and run around the track. I got a couple buddies who are going to come out too.
Have you ever thought what fun it would be to drive through my dungeon?
Yeah.
High speeds.
Let's start the swamps.
And I mean, when you think about it too, when was the last time, like, especially in modern video games, other than really Halo, do you have a character who is so globally known like Yoshi or Mario? Like, everybody knows Yoshi, Mario, and even to the point where you could probably even mention anything that there is to know about Mario, and somebody will know about it. But then you look at the modern video games, Master Chief is really the only one that comes to my mind.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like, to me, Gordon
Yeah.
Freeman, like the
Yeah,
Lambda
Gordon
symbol.
Freeman, yeah.
But the thing is most, like, a lot of people might recognize the symbol or, like, the crowbar.
Yeah, for Half-Life.
But the thing is there's a lot of people that don't know that. Like, I've had to explain to people, like, my age and younger about what Half-Life is.
Yeah.
I had to have it explained to me.
Yeah, I think...
Jared was wearing a head crab on his head, and I was like, why are you wearing that stupid hat?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it's from Half-Life, and I was like, okay, what is this? I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, like, it's like...
I think time frame is very important as well.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Completely
back in the
time
day, like, Nintendo had a great thing when they brought... Like, I mean, really, they had a great go with Zelda. Still going.
Oh, it's
Mario
true,
still going. And you look at these two games,
Part of
they're
the thing,
still
too, though, when
one of
they
the
came
oldest
out,
video
Nintendo and
games.
Atari were the only things that we had, really.
Oh,
Now you
completely.
have a much wider variety of platforms to choose from.
And then more
There's
developers
not-
have gotten into
Not
it
everybody
as well.
is picking between A and B, they're picking between A to G type things.
And yet, I hate to say it, but I think that really, in the long run,
Because he switched it.
the most fun that I've actually had playing video games has been the Mario ones. Like, all the new Mario ones. Even, like, the Wii has been, like... The Wii Mario, playing with 4 people is just ridiculous. Like, there's no way that you can beat that game unless you're all working together.
No,
And even if you're doing
can,
it,
as long
you
as you're
just...
not playing with a child
you just
who
beat the
decides to
crap
run
out
ahead
of
of
each
you
other.
and just kill everybody.
But it's not just
Yeah.
that. You could pick each other up and throw each other off a cliff. You could start basically a game fight in your own house with your friends now just by picking... Yeah, alright. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What did you do that for? I just wanted to do it.
Yeah. We're getting close to the end of the time. Is there anybody... Have we not covered anything about Yoshi that we think is worth saying? His weird evolution. His
Probably one of the number one reasons girls play video games is because of Yoshi.
yeah, like Princess Peach,
Princess-
no one gives a
No.
shit.
Girls
about-
do not give a shit
No.
about Princess Peach, but Yoshi was fucking cool, and so girls were like, I'm gonna play this because it's cool.
Is Yoshi male or female?
He's a male.
He is a male.
According to the thing is, I was wondering that too, and when I was doing my research, I was like, I remember a lot of people referring to him as a her. I think that might be because girls loved Yoshi so much, so they assumed, well, you know, must be a girl.
I think I call him a him, but
Yeah.
really when I think of him in my brain, even though I call him a him, I think of him as just an it. Like, I really don't see him as being a female or
Because
male.
I always saw Yoshi as being male. I don't
Me
know
too.
why. I always just saw him as male.
I saw him as
Yeah.
effeminate. Like, he was an effeminate male, but he was male.
Yeah.
The way I always looked at it was like
He's
he was
chibi.
just Yoshi.
Hmm?
He was like a
Chibi.
dinosaur.
As a modern
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chibi.
The Japanese cute thing.
Because you know how, like, Mario and Luigi, they all sort of have these, like, evil parallel characters. Does
Wario and
Yoshi have
Waluigi.
one?
He should. He
Yes.
totally should. But
I
there's
thought
no
he
evil
did
princess
because-
either.
I remember in Super Mario 3D,
Or a good Bowser.
I'm not sure.
He's-
Yeah, a good power.
That would be a really neat video
Oh my
game for
gosh.
Nintendo to come out with. Would be like
See,
an
the-
alternate universe Mario where it's like the roles
thing
get
is-
reversed and Mario and Luigi are the bad guys.
It would also be the closest thing to an original idea Nintendo has had
In
in
years.
fucking
The
almost
Toads.
50 years.
Instead of there being like the little shy guys and shell dudes and stuff,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
all toads and everything.
Yeah.
And Bowser has to go and save, like, instead of the princess, it's like Yoshi. And Yoshi's the one
Yeah.
that has to be saved. And it's like, yeah, help me.
Yeah, it would be from Since Wario and Waluigi have already been established, they would have to be the big bad guys.
Yeah.
Or they would be the good guys, I guess. In
Yeah,
this
yeah.
case,
There are Wario games which are amazing.
and maybe
But
they join
in-
up with Bowser and.
Yeah.
I remember a cameo in Super Mario World RPG. I think there is
So good.
I'm not sure if he's evil or if he's just a cool Yoshi because he has like
Yes, he has the shades.
Yeah.
He has
Which
the
is,
shades.
if you're
And-
Japanese and you're wearing shades, or someone's wearing shades, that person is a cool motherfucker.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
but they don't exactly convey if he's evil or good. He's just he's got shades.
He's just
and he's
awesome.
dark blue.
He's-
He's just awesome. Yeah,
He's not
kick-ass.
good, he's not evil, he's just a
He's
fucking
cool
kick-ass.
jazz.
Yeah.
I'm so gonna buy that game.
Oh, it's a beautiful game.
It's
But
brilliant.
thank you for this, the penultimate episode where I had multiple guests, which means the last episode back to one. Just because I like ending on a down note. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Rich.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Joe.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Joe stayed up later than he wanted to,
Exactly.
and that has been Geektionary.